Hello, Markee Dragon, also known as Marcus Eikenberry in real life, and welcome to another episode of the Mailbag. Thanks for joining me today. And if you want, okay, so the Mailbag, here's what it is. You send me messages in YouTube, and I read them online here, and blind sometimes. So, and I tend to go backwards. I go with the ones that come in most recent first. And so sometimes when we do a lot of episodes, we get into really old stuff. Because I just kind of work backwards. I have to say, I have 873 messages in my box right now that have not been read. I hate to say it, I don't make it to all of them. I try though, but yeah, it's tough. So, okay, let's look at this here. So, got one here from Brian. Subject is Navy Field. Marcus, what do you think about games like Navy Field and Navy Field 2? Even if Navy Field 2 is really changing the whole gameplay, that it's by nearly impossible to compare them. Do you like it if every new release title of an old game is getting more worse and is focusing only on money making? Well, so I only played Navy Field just a little bit, and I have not seen anything on Navy Field 2 yet. I've only been told that I should take a look at it. I understand that that there is some big differences in the versions of it, and I love sea battles and combat that way, and I can't wait for World of Warships. And that game I think is going to be awesome. And so I was trying to be clever there, and I was gonna say awesome, as if I had bleeped myself. But anyway, so I'm really looking forward to that. I really enjoyed the sea battles in like Command and Conquer Red Alert, and it was something that I looked forward to. Actually, we even had sea battles in Ultima Online. We had our ships, we'd run around and everything, and we'd shoot at each other in the ships. It was a lot harder to do battle, but it was good fun. And so, anyway, I am not so sure about the games themselves, but let me say that I get very frustrated with games that make a money grab. EA just got the Golden Poo Award. For the second year in a row, they were named the worst video game publisher. And the stuff that was cited for why they're the worst is because they release games too early, and they release games that have incomplete content, and then they ask you to buy extra stuff to get that completed content. And people are not happy about that. There's a lot of people who say they're boycotting EA. I myself have not had a great experience several times with EA. There is a lot of stuff with EA's games that I have a love-hate relationship with. And part of the problem is they're so big. They're so big that they have this corporate mentality, and that that sometimes you deal with people there that it's almost like going to the Department of Motor Vehicles to get a new driver's license. It's like, oh, there's another pain in the ass customer here. And that's the feeling that I get. I remember when we were ordering products, we used to sell Ultima Online. We used to sell that in our store and everything, and we finally gave it up because the ordering process was so crazy. We would send in a payment of like 10 grand or whatever, and we'd say we want this and this and this, and then we would have to get on the phone, and it would take us sometimes 2 hours to talk to the right person to fill the order. It was insane, and we gave it up. We gave it up because we're like, we can't do this. I can't pay somebody to sit there 2 hours twice a week to make orders for this game. It was dumb. Dumb. And so, it was very frustrating and everything, but at the same time, Ultima Online was a great game. And I got banned in Ultima Online. I got banned because I had some duped items on my account. It turned out that those duped items that I had on my account, that I had had them on there for 7 years whenever they decided to ban my account. 7 years, people. Come on, don't you think that maybe that 7 years is too much time to go on? I wasn't duping items. I bought and sold items a lot, and so I assumed that I bought some items that were duped. I don't even know what items they were that were duped, that they said were duped, that I had on my account. It was pretty crazy. So, and then my experience with SimCity. Oh my God, don't get me started. Well, here I am. I'm started. Let's talk about SimCity. And so, SimCity, what a nightmare for me. The reason is because I'm a YouTuber. I bought SimCity, one, because I knew that I wanted to play it and I would enjoy it, but two, so I could be there right at the start for broadcasting the game on Twitch and for doing YouTube videos on it and everything. We are a month out now since the game is released. And I spent hours and hours and hours with tech support to get the game running. And I tell you what, they never got it running. I finally figured out that the problem was my machine. And the problem is they stopped trying. And the problem was my machine. And I had to format my drive in order to get it to work again. For some reason, whatever it was about network communications, it wasn't my firewall, but about network communications, is that I couldn't authorize any Origin games. I also couldn't get Google Hangouts to work. They were somehow related. And so I don't know what the thing is that's the same between them. Maybe it's a port number or something like that. But even when I disabled the entire firewall, it still didn't work. And so I ended up with it being a case of that I had been up through all their support levels on the phone, and then they were turning me over to development level support, and because they couldn't figure it out. And so anyway, my ticket has been open for a month now, and I am still waiting for that to be addressed. And they haven't come back to me with anything. I didn't tell them that I got it working 2 days ago when I formatted my machine. And so now it's just a case of that I don't expect them to do anything when they contact me, but I expect them to contact me back and to make sure that I've got the problem resolved. They don't watch my videos. They don't know that I got this resolved. And so, SimCity, you suck. I've missed the boat. Yes, I'll probably put up SimCity. I'll probably do some videos on it and everything. But at the same time, I think that I've missed my opportunity for creating some good content right at the start. Maybe I haven't, but we'll see. Okay, Brian, thanks for that. Sorry to go off on the little tangent there. So, Camelot Unchained. And so this is from So Much Mass. And hey, Markee, big fan of your work. Can't wait for the 30-day videos, keeping the things you do for it. Have you ever played Dark Age of Camelot? DAOC. Are you keeping up with Mark Jacobs' latest project on Kickstarter, Camelot Unchained? Just wondering, as I am guessing that you probably played Dark Age of Camelot and at least thought about playing it back in the day. Dark Age of Camelot is one of those founding MMO games, and Mark Jacobs and we have a history. So, Camelot Unchained, I looked at it, I decided not to back it. It's up on Kickstarter right now. I decided that I wouldn't be backing it. It is, I'm not so much into that kind of gameplay. It is massive multiplayer and everything. Dark Age of Camelot was massive multiplayer. It was a lot like Ultima Online, but it was really heavily PvP based. And so that's not necessarily my style. But the thing with Mark Jacobs is I don't know whether or not I could be successful with supporting a game like that, because Mark Jacobs has in public stated before that that I'm the scourge of the earth, and you know, he's like taken my name in vain, and it has to do with the fact that I used to support RMT, and so you know, what can I say? I don't anymore, and maybe it's a whole different deal. In fact, we're friends on Facebook. But, you know, I don't know if, you know, those feelings are still there or not. Mark, if you're watching, you know, and you want me to cover the game, reach out. I'd be happy to talk to you about it. So, and go with a fresh slate. We'll go tabula rasa, not mentioning the game, just mentioning that we'll start with a blank slate. So, anyway, okay. This one is titled, Hey. What do you think we're going to see in here? Hey, Markee. I just wanted to ask, have you ever played the free-to-play game Heroes and Generals? It's quite good fun. I usually only play War Z these days, but it's become repetitive. And let's see here. I thought I'd share it with you and see. By the way, will Sly Jesse ever return to War Z? Yes, he has returned to War Z. Missed your old videos with you guys, War Z PvP matches. You got it. You know, we got one coming up here where we did this mega stronghold. It's not ready yet. I haven't finished editing it yet, but it's going up. We did this mega huge stronghold, and it's going to be epic. Especially when we took a hostage and then we executed them. We're so bad. You know, doing things in the game we would never do in real life. Oh my God. So, this is from Shane from the UK. Okay, so Heroes and Generals. Let's just take a quick look at it here. Let's see here. Okay, and free to play. Heroes and Generals, let's see here. Is this some screenshots here? Let's take a look at these. And, I'm not so much into games like this, I can tell you that. But if that's just a map for getting to where you're going, maybe. So, okay, well, I'm going to check that out. So we shall see if that can you know, actually become, you know, be a game that I like. I'll watch the video. I don't have rights to play the video on here at this moment, so I will check it out, and then we'll do some content on it if it's something that I end up playing. So, okay, that is it for this episode of Markee's Mailbag, and I appreciate having you here. And if you're watching live on Twitch, this is the last episode, but stay tuned because we got some World of Tanks coming a little later. So make sure you're following me on here on Twitch to get alerted whenever I come back up with some tanks. And if you're on YouTube, please do subscribe. I appreciate it. And send me your messages to my YouTube, and they can make it onto the show, possibly. I try and read all of them, but you know, I never get to all of them. So take care, everybody.